What's up, guys? Welcome back. Glad you're here. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at a new deck, hot off the presses. That's right. We're talking about the Mono X playing cards by Luke Wadey. That's right. Buckle in your seatbelts, because we're going, let's go. The Mono X playing cards launched on Kickstarter back in August 21st, 2018, and it funded in only 6 days. The final campaign ended with an amazing 347 backers pledging 9,140 pounds, which smashed the original 4,900 pound goal. This deck was limited to only 2,500 decks in this print run. The Mono X front of the tuck case is made up of line staggering to create the X that you see in the background, which we will see carries on throughout the theme of the entire deck. You have that in white with the black background of the tuck case with Mono X and a line underneath. Both the left and the right sides of the deck feature the same exact ad copy, and it says Luke Wadey's logo as well as Mono X. The bottom of the tuck case features a little bit of ad copy about the United States Playing Card Company as well. The top of the tuck case features that run over on the stamp style tuck seal that we seen earlier on the back side of the tuck. This on the upper part of it says Mono X in black with the bright white background. The left side has Luke Wadey's design logo again, and then the right side has a white X. The inside of the tuck flaps, there is nothing, just the black color and then a little X on the upper flap on the inside. The back of the design of the tuck case is a little bit more of that line staggering, but it doesn't cover the whole entire backside. You see the custom tuck seal there with the white background and the black X. Once again, you have Luke Wadey's little logo there in the circle. It says Mono X, and then you have a little bit of ad copy underneath that with the black background once again. The back design of the deck is very fun and new with this very cool optical illusion almost on the back side with the X when you get to looking. This deck is made up of staggering lines that make up the whole back design, which will flow throughout the entirety of the deck. It is a partial bleed deck as well, making this a very great deck for cardistry on the other side of things. Also, like I said, the deck is made up of this really nice gradiency, as you can see, with gray hues and black tones and different subtleties of that nature. This deck is definitely one of a kind. So, with this deck, you're going to receive 4 extra cards other than the 52. The first one is going to be this ad card with Luke's name in the right corner, Mono X, poker-sized playing cards, a little personalized message from Luke saying thank you for purchasing the deck, as well as his social media on the bottom part. The next card is going to be a double backer. That's right, a fun card to play around with if you're in the need of a little bit of magic, and it's pretty much a standard. The last 2 cards you're going to receive are the 2 duplicate and original Jokers. They say Joker in the middle at both angles, making an X there in the center. They also have Joker in each corner, and it says Mono X underneath. So with this deck, Luke decided to go a whole nother design route with this one, having a little bit of fun with it as well. Along with the staggered lines also making up the back design, he did the same thing with almost half of the pips that you see here on this deck. This deck is 100% custom from the pips, the indices, as well as the court cards, which we'll get into momentarily. Luke also did a different thing. As you see underneath where the pips are in the corners, you have a little bit of line work that comes down. These help with doing flourishes and fans and different fanciness when you're facing the front of the deck as well. Also, he did something to incorporate the numbers, or which ones they are. He used 1 line for spades, 2 lines for diamonds, 3 lines for clubs, and 4 lines for the hearts. He also, instead of using reds and blacks, he used grays, whites, and black colorways to make up the different hues for gradiency as well. So the diamonds and hearts, which are usually red, are now gray subtle tones. And the black spades and clubs are still black, but like I said, their gradiency shows as well in these staggered lines. The court cards look very similar or familiar with the USPCC courts. The only difference is they've been a bit reimagined by Luke and his crazy genius mind. As you can see, the staggered lines go about within the frame of the court cards on the inside, making up the body and the whole workings of the court itself. You also see the gradiency between that, as well as the color hues that I spoke of earlier as far as the suits are concerned. Like I said, these are 100% custom courts and very nice to look at. The aces are pretty much the same thing as far as the gradiency and staggered lines are concerned throughout the entire of the deck, except for the ace of spades, which is very beautiful in itself. You have the staggered line spade pip with the word Mono X 2018 in Luke Wadey's logo. Alright, so what do I give this deck? I give it a 5 out of 5. You know, it's one of those decks that come along not so very often, at least not anymore. A deck that you can look at and really get behind the craftsmanship within it. It's not just somebody slapping a standard face on a deck. It's not somebody just taking a regular design and putting it on the back and saying, here's the Kickstarter, buy my cards or don't, and now print them. That's not what's going on here. Luke Wadey has proved that he can stand with the giants in a land of midgets. Anyway, so what I'm going for and what I'm trying to say is the gist of it is Luke can hold his own out here with the Daniel Madisons, the Daniel Snyders, the whoever's. It doesn't matter. He is out here to stay, and he proves it every time. Like I said, with the Grid series, now with the Mono X series, it's gonna be a blast. I can't wait to see what he puts out next, and you should not pass these up, okay? These are a great deck of cards, okay? So, I left the links below where you guys can go ahead and check these out and get yourself at least 2 of these. Get a brick, personally, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna get them, gotta get at least 2. So yeah, I do want to thank Luke Wadey for sending this deck out for me to do the review for you. And like I said, if you guys are looking forward to getting these, you can get these at any of your Murphy's Magic retailers or at any kind of third-party retailer online as well. I'm pretty sure by now everybody has them and you can go ahead and get them. So yeah, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed the review as much as I enjoyed doing it for you. If you did, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you amazingly beautiful sumbitches on the next one.